Here in Nampa.
Depot and get the gifts they really want.
Christmas
Like the
lights up.
Qualcomm 130 portable GPS for only $149.99. Or the Sony CyberShot W120 digital camera for only $129.99. Plus, find smart deals on laptops, printers, HD TVs, and more. Office Depot is the smart choice this holiday season for the hottest technology and the coolest gifts at great prices. Office Depot, taking care of business. Offers expire 12/20. Knowing something you can rely on is easier than you think. I'm Warren Miller, chairman of Interstate Batteries, and our batteries are just around the corner from you. Sold at over 200,000 retailers. Heck, we're in every county in the U.S. That means it's easier than ever to own the Interstate Battery peace of mind, because with one of ours, you'll hear this instead of this. Call 1-800-CRANK-IT or visit interstatebatteries.com to find the dealer nearest you. Tested, trusted. Interstate Batteries.
The stock market, a housing crunch, a new president. We're Idaho's place to talk about it. 580 KIDO.
Gerald, my wife is from the Philippines, fairly recent immigrant actually, and I'm every day from the moment I wake up, I hit the shower, I'm listening to Fox Financial in the shower, and I get out and I sit on the couch and I watch Fox Financial right on through the very volatile last hour of trading. And so she's exposed to a very great deal of this because I'm fascinated by it all. And the other day she asked me, well, the United States is a very rich country. Where's all the money going to go? In other words, we're going to wake up one day and we're all going to be poor? Everybody's going to be suddenly poor? Where will all the money go? And I actually struggled with answering that, Gerald. Where will all the money go?
Well, the money is still around. It's just becoming cheaper. The value of it is worth less. Here's a story that just moved over the AP wire 13 minutes ago. The headline reads, Asian markets mixed after Japan rate cut. And this really says it all. Hong Kong, Asian stocks were mixed Friday after Japan slashed interest rates to almost zero as central banks around the world flood the markets with cheap money to support a troubled global economy. Cheap money.
Trouble is that nobody can get a loan.
No one can get a loan. And this cheap money, these fiat currencies, as I mentioned earlier, this is a global crisis. So what we're having, Art, is a typical depression scenario. And that is, yes, commodity prices, oil is falling across the board, things are cheaper to buy, but the purchasing power is also going to go down along with it.
By the way, as long as you're on oil for just a second, I noticed that OPEC puffed and said they were going to blow away 2 million barrels a day in production, and oil went from, 40-something or another down to about 36.5 bucks, something like that. It's just crazy. Oil is just falling. Where's it going? What's happening?
This is it. We're in a global depression. That's what's coming next. After the collapse, look, it took them a year to admit that we were in a recession in 2008.
Right.
Everyone was debating throughout the year, will it be a recession? If it is a recession, will it be a severe recession? We're going into a depression, and we're calling it the greatest depression, and I'll tell you why. Back then, in the depression days, most people didn't own homes. They weren't carrying, property taxes, insurance, upkeep. Back then, people didn't have credit cards. So as I mentioned earlier, there weren't $14 trillion in debt. Back then, we had trade surpluses. We weren't $700 billion in the hole each year. And back then, we had budget surpluses. We weren't 11, 12, 13 trillion in the hole as we are now. And back then, when we got out of it with the beginning of World War II, we were the manufacturing